In this video, I'm reviewing 3 essential Nintendo Switch accessories. Hello everyone, my name is Adam and welcome to Time Lag Gaming. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that you don't have too much longer to order the limited time merch. As you can see, I'm wearing the merch right now. I just got it in a few days ago, and on the right side it has the logo, and then on the left sleeve it has the Before 5K right there. So if you're interested, be sure to check that out. The 3 accessories I'm reviewing are from a great company called Inateck. I have actually been using their products for years. I especially love their MacBook sleeves. So when they asked if I wanted to review their Switch accessories, I was really excited. These accessories include the 60-watt dual USB-C charger, the felt Switch carrying case, and the Initech Backpack. First off is the power adapter charger for Nintendo Switch. The Switch does come with a power adapter, but most people keep it plugged into the dock. So having an extra charger for the Switch is really a must-have if you like playing in handheld mode or if you travel. Now, Inateck actually has tons of different variations of these chargers. The 2 I have here are the 60-watt dual USB-C charger and the 60-watt USB and USB-C charger. They may look like a typical charger, but they definitely are not. Both of these power adapters can charge with up to 60 watts, so whatever device you plug in will charge up quickly. The only difference between these 2 chargers is one has 2 USB-C ports and the other has 1 USB-C port and 1 regular USB port. The different options are great. I have been using the dual USB-C version since I have almost completely switched over to all Type-C cables. But my girlfriend has been using the version with the regular USB as she still uses lots of those cables. Both of us have been really enjoying these chargers. One of the best things about them is they come with a 2-meter USB-C to USB-C charging cable. That's 6.6 feet long, taller than me. The extra long length of the cable is so nice to have. It can basically reach across your bedroom. You will definitely never be tugging on this cable. Not only is it just a long cable, but it's also very high quality. The texture of the cable is very soft and it just feels premium. It even comes with a Velcro cable organizer. Playing your Nintendo Switch in bed and then getting that low battery indicator is always a bad feeling. But with this charger, you will never run out of battery because it'll always be in reach. The chargers are also safe to use. Now, of course, these will charge your Nintendo Switch and Switch accessories, but you can also use it to charge your laptop and other devices at high speeds. The Inateck dual chargers are very versatile accessories. And what makes them even more versatile is they come with all the different connectors that you need to charge in other countries around the world. So these chargers are absolutely perfect for people who travel a lot. It's also just a great addition for everyone else, because if you ever do take a trip, you'll be ready. And as I said before, they have different variations. So they have a cheaper 45-watt version that has 1 USB-C port. This one is actually cheaper than the official Switch power adapter. Or they have a more expensive version that has 1 USB-C port and 3 regular USB ports. Overall, I'm very satisfied with these USB-C Nintendo Switch chargers. Next up, we have the Inateck felt carrying case for Nintendo Switch. Alright, there are a ton of Switch cases out there, but this one is refreshing because it's actually unique and different. The first thing you'll notice about the case is it's lined in a nice felt material. I use their felt MacBook sleeves and it feels exactly like that. It's great quality. But underneath this felt is the EVA plastic you would normally find on other cases. I really like how they covered up the plastic and used their signature quality felt. It helps it feel different and more premium than other cases. These zippers also feel great quality with smooth pulls. It even comes with a removable wrist strap. I personally would not use this, but I know that a lot of people love these type of wrist straps. Now onto the inside. The inside is fantastic. The entire thing is lined with a super soft microfiber. A lot of these cases are lined with microfiber, but usually the cheap kind. The inside of this case though feels super soft and will definitely help protect your Switch. The entire case is very protective overall. It even comes with a microfiber cloth to help keep your screen clean. There's also a pull tab to help easily remove your Switch. Continuing on with the inside, it can hold 20 Switch games. That's a pretty solid amount. These 2 layers that hold the games also help pad and protect the screen. They also make it so nothing will touch the analog sticks, which keeps them protected. Now on the top part of the case, there is a spacious area to keep accessories. Some of the cases will just have a partial mesh pouch. Others will have a pouch with a zipper. This one, however, has an overlapping mesh pouch. To me, this is the best design. This mesh pouch keeps your accessories in place so they won't move around or fall out. But because of the overlapping design, it's still very easy and quick to remove these accessories. The accessories that I like to use in it are the Tesla switch dock, the Genki Bluetooth adapter, a microfiber cloth, charging cable, an extra pair of Joy-Con straps, and headphones. Yes, it can fit your AirPods. However, it can also hold other accessories too. It could hold a battery bank for charging on the go, and it can hold a game card holder so you can store even more games. Unfortunately, this accessory is a little too shallow for Inateck's own chargers, so it would be nice if it was a little bit deeper, but I usually carry the charging adapter in my bag anyways and keep a charging cable in the actual case. The only other thing that could be considered a downside is there's a Velcro strap to keep the switch in place. I suppose it's just nitpicking, but I always hate when cases include this type of strap. The switch already stays in place on its own. However, that being said, it's definitely a great feature for those who may be reckless with their stuff. And it really isn't an issue at all because you can put the switch right on top of it. In this case, the main body of the switch doesn't even rest on the bottom of the case. It's suspended above it on either side. So you can just put the switch right on top of this Velcro and forget about it. If you really wanted to though, you could easily cut these parts out. So in the end, the only downside is it could be a bit deeper to fit more accessories. But for me, I prefer the slimmer design. This case is the perfect size to slide into the bottom of a backpack. If it were any bigger, it wouldn't be able to fit. Overall, this is an amazing case. I was very surprised by how good it actually is. If you're looking to get a case, definitely consider this one. Alright, the last accessory is the Initech Backpack. I'm just going to tell you right now, this bag is way better than the official Switch bags. This feels like it's a very premium bag, and it is, but it's only $40. The backpack offers a ton of room and organization. But before we get into that, you must know this bag is super comfortable. It makes heavier loads feel lighter. If you've seen some of my other videos, you might know that I use the Air Day Pack as my everyday bag. But the Inateck can hold even more than the Air and feels lighter and more comfortable. That's how good it is. The Initech Backpack comes in 4 colors: dark gray, blue, and purple. It also comes in a cheaper version that has different zippers, straps, and water bottle holder that aren't as good. Moving on, the build quality materials are excellent. It uses a tough, waterproof canvas material for the outside, white KK zippers, a synthetic leather handle, and comfy padding on the back. It even comes with a rain cover. Also on the back is a luggage belt for travel. This bag features 13 pockets, not including the water bottle holders. There are 2 main compartments. The biggest compartment has room for a 15.6-inch laptop, an iPad or tablet, a battery bank, the Switch inside of a case, the Switch dock, a power adapter, an HDMI cable, and even a 3DS XL. This main compartment even has a pass-through so you can plug in your charging cable without even opening up the bag. You can also remove this charger if you want, or you can even put in your own charging cable. That's just the one compartment. The front compartment has room for smaller stuff like a pen or pencil, Joy-Con straps, game card holder, Bluetooth adapter, Ethernet adapter, a grip case, extra Joy-Con, and even a few controllers. In addition, if you don't use a case with your Switch, there's a perfect place to store your Switch as well. Controllers could also go in the main compartment. There are a ton of different places that you can store all of your accessories. Then on the very front of the bag, there are 2 very big pockets. Both of these pockets are deep. These are a great place to put a game card holder and other stuff like charging cables or an HDMI cable. The top one I like to keep my wallet, AirPods, and Vaseline. And the bottom one I put all my charging cables. Then if you flip the bag around to the back, there's a hidden anti-theft pocket beneath the bottom padding. This is great for stuff like money, passports, or a wallet. And finally on either side of the bag, there are water bottle holders. These are built with elastic so they don't look like much, but then they stretch out to fit big water bottles. You could also just throw in other stuff there like your keys or phone. These water bottle holders can even hold a Nintendo Switch. This is nice if you just need to put it down for a minute. If you have a thin case, you could also just use it to store it in there, but then it would be exposed. But that's just another example of how many different places and ways you can store all your stuff. The amount of organization is crazy and I love it. The only complaint I have with the bag at all is with the 2 pockets on the very front. The zippers on these pockets have reflective strips underneath the zippers. This makes it very hard to pull the zippers open or to shut them. However, this could be considered a good thing. The harder zipper pulls would make it harder to pickpocket. You can also hide these zipper pulls so it's harder to open as well. I have noticed they do get a little bit easier to open over time as you use them more and figure out the best way to open them. I find it easiest to just yank them open, so this really is not a big issue at all. And considering it's only $40, the bag only having one annoyance is pretty good. Overall, this bag is awesome. It's the best backpack I've ever used at a $40 price point. I think it's way better than the official Switch bags, and of course, the bag will be excellent to use for other purposes like business use or for college. And when comparing it to the Switch bags, it also just looks so much nicer. My girlfriend even said a few times that she really likes how it looks. And it comes in multiple different colors, so this backpack could really work for anyone. In the end, all 3 of these different Switch accessories are amazing. Inateck is a great, reputable brand that has been making accessories for all sorts of tech for many years. I really enjoyed using these products, and I definitely recommend each one of them to you. Of course, affiliate links will be down in the description if you want to check out any of these products. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Anyways, enough of that. I want to hear from you. Would you consider picking up any of these accessories? Which one is your favorite? Let me know your take in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching.